then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Redskins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go mic 40, mic 40. Check.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, Love. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first down, Bellamy. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
2nd and 6 at the Browns' 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Play action. Haskins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And some room to work. And they work this out past the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Come on now, let's go.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 21-yard line.
Set. 180. Let's go, D. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Hunt, and an alley to run. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. On 2nd down, it's Love. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
There you go. 29 is the mic. Here we go, here we go. 29.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Landry now on the return. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin things in much better field position than their opening drive as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
Brings up third down.
Watch out, watch out.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Set, 180. Watching the time. Hurry, hurry. Under 10, under 10, 10. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. King. My touch.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Check, 180. Check, 55 to Mike. Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Deuce. Hurry. Check 90.
On second down now, it's Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 16 yards of first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Check. Lucky. Sponge. No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D, let's go. Point it right.
This is Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Check 56. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got one. Hey, alert 3. Check 24, check 24. Check 31, check 31. Check the backer.
They run with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Kill. Real. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Run. Twist. Check. Slam.
On 3rd down, Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st down, here's Love. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
What we got? Switch. Hey, alert. Hurry.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tight dog. Kill. Regular. Pistol.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Alert 3. 25.
Alert.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
180.
Cut. Check three. Hey, switch gear.
Pistol.
Here's Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist. Check 26. Check that.
Kings.
Check 52. Check safety.
Point it right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Real.
Check it out.
Now Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D.
Run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check. Check.
Hey, only 33.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They go play action now. Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. They go play action here on 1st down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. There goes it. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Vincent Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Throwing again, here's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Switch. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Regular. Check 24.
On second down, it's Hunt. Got some room at the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set. 180.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Watch the twist. Shit.
I got it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the egg. Kill.
Alert.
Kill. Turn.
I got it.
On the run, this is Hunt.
Let's go. Come on.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back.
I got it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kings.
Check three.
Hurry.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
He's checking crash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
49. Check 49.
Check.
Point it right. I got it.
On first down, Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Fresno.
Real.
Tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. On play action, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Going to give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Under 10. Under 10. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Begin. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Deuce.
Hurry.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Mike 29.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Haskins to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 42 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Let's put that team on the bus.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that's caught by Smith. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Regular. Alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.